Yeah, so the quality is a little bit lower, I feel, but I think the proportions are a little bit better. Now let me actually shrink the size a little bit. My screen was set up for the third game. All right, now a tiny bit to the right, and you can see a nice percentage. So, in first position, we have the Israeli team, represented by Hilder Savage, playing as yellow, not going for a first turn bonus. Now, an Israeli 2 gets hit by our green player in second position, which is Duck playing for Portugal, and claiming a second bonus, that is a +3. If you want to know how big the bonuses are, you can always count the amount of territories in the bonuses, but I can show you they're both in just a second. Now, in third position, we have the United States 2, Mr. Brune, claiming a +3 as well. Is a +3 of Galicia, and not taking a second bonus turn 2. So in some of these games in round 3, we have seen people go for a second bonus turn 1, and then the last player being choked out of a bonus pretty soon. Now we see in fourth position, Tiger for England 2, not take a single bonus, but heavily claiming, I think, the +3 and the +2 right next to each other. Something went wrong there with the roll. For France, represented by I'm No Superman, I'm not sure what's happening. I'm absolutely not sure what's happening there. They do move out of the +6, so I will show you guys the bonuses in just a sec. So as you can see, a bunch of +2s and a bunch of +3s. Then you have the +6 in the middle, and the +8 in the bottom, and the +10 in the top left. Now that +6 is pretty weak at the moment, so somebody can actually go and claim that bonus for themselves. Now turn 2, still no bonus for Israel. Turn 2, no second bonus for Portugal here. They're stuck on the +2 still, and they're heavily guarding the +2, but they are definitely claiming the +3. Now that's going to be a second bonus for our United States team. Good dice as well. And they're moving out of the +2 of Ceuta and Melilla. So let's do a little prediction. If you're watching on YouTube, on Twitch we do all kinds of interactive activities like the predictions. You can follow us on twitch.tv/professional risk takers and watch all of these World Cup games being broadcast live, as well as a bunch of other tournaments hosted and organized by the professional risk takers. So let's set up this this prediction here. I'll give you guys about 2 minutes. So prediction is up. Who wins this game? I think there's already pretty solid plays from the US team here, but a lot can happen, right? Anybody can feed a game. It's not necessarily going to the person with the best lines. And actually, there's a bunch of stacks here in the south, so this USA stack can't do much. Tiger crushes them all. Yeah, England. Might very well be England. Although they only have one bonus, the +3. And they don't seem to be pushing for another. Now, France probably takes their second bonus. France does not take a second bonus. I'm not sure what they're doing. No. All right, do they move the 6 out? Wait. They are giving... This is an interesting play. That bonus could have been taken by Israel. Israel only on a +2. They've played about 9,000 games. And they decide not to take a second bonus. Now, do we see a third bonus for our Portugal player here? 16 troops preparing for that. 1 attack. 2 attacks. That is a third bonus. Now, who's going to be bold enough to break? Ooh, with that type of guard here, I would break. Let's see if somebody does. Now, +5 in total for the US here. Are they going to be the one to take that bonus? I think that bonus will go to England. I think the US will stay on a +5. There might be some wars starting pretty soon, so maybe they're waiting for the wars to start. So yeah, interesting play by France here, consolidating their +2 bonus, not even moving this 6 out, so they can move that 3 out to get somebody else who already owns a +3 to give a second +3. So what does France do now? Do they take the +6? No. All right, the 6 is moving out to that stack here. You think that Portugal's going to break England? That would be funny. They would definitely enter a war at that point. All right, Israel, big stacking on 1 position, but that is right behind a big stack from France. So Israel can basically do nothing at the moment. Now, remember that the 70% on this map is 33 territories, and some people are already in the 50s. So if the map is open, then anybody can run the 70. Now, USA 2 will be getting a +5 bonus, so they will be getting 8 troops. If they have a 10 trade, they might look at some lines to run the 70. This 9 is open to the 2s here. This 7 is open down. This 6, if they stack on it a little bit, can go all the way through here. All right, we don't see a trade on 4 for the US. So they are kind of at the mercy of Portugal next turn. Portugal has a +8, so they will be starting with 11 troops. But they don't have a trade. Yellow just moved the stack to the right. Now it's useless. And it's, yeah, exactly. But maybe they are trying to block the 70 from that side because of that 23 stack. Maybe they're scared of being broken or hit or whatever. But yes, Israel and France deciding to stay and don't go further than a +2 is very dangerous for them. Although they are getting the troop counts, right? 37, 50. But they have already traded in. Now, if you look at the US, they have 45, and they still have 5 cards. But first, you got to look at Portugal, because Portugal has 58 troops, and they will be getting 11 troops, so they will start their turn with 69, unless one of their cards is, unless one of their territories is taken. This 20 has a lot of mobility, right? So the 20 has a bunch of 1s here and a bunch of 2s. This 14 can at least hit the 3 and then come down. Then it has to go through a 7, but after it hits the 7, it can reach a number of 1s again. This 6 can only hit that 10, but maybe that can do some work, right? Maybe that the 6 can help roll the 10. So 68 troops for Portugal here. Do they go for a run? Now 19 troops on this side. It's also open to a bunch of 1s. But I wonder if they can grab enough of the inside of the land. I mean, they do own the islands here. They are going for a run. So I'm curious what that 6 stack is going to do and what path that 14 is going to take. All right, 19. Ooh, a bit of a strange pathing here. So is that going to be an... Ooh, lost 9 troops on the 7. Yeah, that was not enough. And of course, bad dice don't help either. Now, I'm pretty certain that the US has a good chance. Their bonuses didn't even get broken. They have 57 troops, and the whole board is filled with 1s. Now, I would not go for a kill here. Kills are pretty close, but you do get the bounty points, but I don't think you get the 70%. So, the US going for a couple of smacks here. Yeah, just focusing on the 1s. That is well played by them. 5v2. Well played. That can go around. Beautiful bathing by the US. Absolutely beautiful bathing. And after all this, they still have a 20 stack open for a bunch of territories. That should be the game. And they run the 70. No bounties, but 20 additional points for the US. US, one of the top scorers. US2, one of the top scorers now. Probably about 6th place or something with 76 points in total. Let's look at the leaderboard at the moment.